You have to also be careful on off days about practicing with Powell and Kobe and Fish because they're playing a lot of minutes. So, I think we've lost a little we've had a little slippage offensively. I think the first half was a good practice for us. I look for it to come out and be much better in the second half offensively.
All right, good stuff. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, there's Frank Hamblin. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Patrick. He's right about the continuity, and when you shut guys down, as Kobe forced it a little bit, thought he had contact from Dwayne Wade, didn't get a whistle as he looked back at Pat Frere, one of the three officials working with James Capers and Bennett Salvatore. And it's Haslam, his spot on the floor. He misses twice now from the identical spot. He's a face-up guy, Stu. Always likes that 16, 18-footer.
Yeah, but it's normally along the baseline. But he also makes that one consistently. He's going to make that shot before the night's over. The Lakers can't relax.
Radmanovic, and Vladdy's on tonight. So Vladdy into double figures, up to 13 in fact now, coming off 8, and that's after the previous 2 games. This is his 4th in the starting lineup for Luke, and it's great to see because he had been 1 for 10. Fish picks it clean from Joel Anthony. Got the big guy on his back, and on the reverse, protects it well.
That was just great awareness of Fish of what to do against the shot blocker. Cut him off so that he couldn't get the angle. He never had a chance to jump for the block.
Now Kobe's already got 2 fouls picked off by Anthony as Wade gets to the cup, and boy, you don't see him miss right in front of the rim like that very often. So the Lakers up early by 4, 5-0 run to start the second half. Little slip on the screen, Radmanovic sharing it with Derek Fisher. Fish on the run out, the floater. And Fish trying to come away with it, does. And he got hit in the face, and that's why he's down. They let him play at the outset. The beginning of the second half. Kobe all the way to the hole. It'll be Pau Gasol right back in the reverse dunk. 57-51, timeout Miami.
And that's what your bigs have to do. When you have 2 7-footers on the offensive end, when you get any kind of dribble penetration, one of their men are going to have to go and make a play, frees them up for offensive rebound. Pau gobbles it up and eats it because Kobe missed. Pau rebounds. Cal flushes. Now, I've always talked about shot blocking, especially. You have to have the angle. And Fish just didn't let him get the angle. I mean, if you don't have the angle, then you can't do what you want to do.
57-51. Lakers 7 to start. That's a 7-0 run. You go back to the last 2 points of the first half. It's 9 unanswered for the Lakers.
Well, you know where the ball's going to end up.
Chalmers creates contact with Pau Gasol, gets the whistle, and Dwayne Wade collided with Kobe at the opposite end of the floor, and all of a sudden he gave that look like he was a little stiff.
Oh, he's all right. There's a call, though, on Pau. I mean, there was a no harm, no foul. No advantage was gained there, so let him play.
Chalmers tied up by Fish. So now the Lakers with 2 early team fouls, first 2.5 minutes of the second half.
I want to pick those up in bunches.
Now and send to the line real early. Dwayne Wade on the close by Kobe. Now shot clock coming down. There's Haslam on the baseline. And
good
again,
challenge.
Yep. Coming out, Andrew Bynum. Really close. So the stops there early for the Lakers as Fish is going to keep it.
Well, that's either a foul
right, or is it going the other way?
Ball. They're giving it to the Lakers.
And
he pointed the wrong way, yeah. Because that was either had to be a foul or it had to be Miami ball because Fish touched it last.
10 turnovers for the Lakers compared to 6 for Miami. So let's see if the Lakers can keep those down as opposed to the 9 we saw. Sean Marion, a little step back action, and capitalize now on their goal. And that's exactly the way Miami is out of the locker room. They have yet to score in the second half. 3 minutes gone by. Kobe on the double, leaves Wade, and it's Radmanovic. He's been hot. Right on line but long. Picked up by McGlure.
And you can see he wanted that when he bounced. He shot it and bounced back up, hoping it would go in.
Marion making a move before putting it down. Now, splitting the double, Dwayne Wade. And a good challenge, but the Lakers didn't corral it. Pau just tipped it back out top. So second chance opportunity for the Heat. They're -6 in that department thus far. The Lakers have controlled the glass. Chalmers tripped up. Line drive from Wade. And how about the box out? Derek Fisher has Jamal McGlure on his back. Is that great? Just back him out.
No matter how big they are, if you execute the fundamentals, you'll be successful. Just because he's bigger than you can't just say, okay, yeah, he's going to get the rebound.
All McGlure could do was knock it out of bounds. So the Lakers have the basketball. Miami 0 for 7 to start the half. Fish out of control. And gets a couple of free throws.
Hey, Chalmers.
The Bulldog.
Hey, Chalmers has been on the floor more than Dwayne Wade today. Or tonight. That's like 3 times in the last minute. Twice on the offensive end, and now here again on the defensive end.
And their starting lead guard has just picked up his 3rd foul.
And because Haslam is a little cold from the field, they're going small. They bring in another guard, take Haslam out. So Radmanovich will be guarding a smaller player.
Fish 88% among the top 15 in the league in free throw percentage. Gives the Lakers a 7-point lead. Tries to match their biggest lead of the game. That was 8. Twice in the first half. 16-8 and 20-12. And 4 minutes into the third, a real nice start for the Lakers. How about a run of 9-0 and 11 straight going back to the end of the first half.
And again, I like to give the Lakers some credit for their defense, which I will. But the Heat, they've missed some open shots to start this third quarter.
Yeah, Haslam in particular. And it's going to be a moving pick, but you got to sell it. And Derek Fisher did a great job of that.
Well, Derek Fisher has never been one of those guys that lays on screens. In other words, when the screen is coming, he doesn't stop. Oh, here's a screen. Let me stop so I don't get in contact. He tries to fight through it or around it. This time gets clipped. Gets the call in his favor. Gives the ball back to the Lakers.
Yeah, and it's a good call. McGlure stuck his foot out, tripped him up, and a real complete game for Derek tonight. 8 points, 6 assists, 4 boards already. Andrew Bynum up against McGlure as they clear out on that side.
Andrew's still perfect from the field.
Going up in the middle of the paint, got McGlure out of position. Textbook. Kid looks okay.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, he really acted like he knew what he was doing there. Big fella came across the middle, picked up his dribble, and then a little head fake. And all of a sudden, McGlure said, whoops, I'm out of position. The foul, the basket, 3-point play for Andrew.
Keep talking about him, will you, please?
He's 6 out of 6 from the field, 5 out of 5 from the free throw line. He's got a game-high 17 points.
And that's on a night where Pau Gasol's 2 for 9, so picking up.
And Kobe's 1 for 5.
Yeah, and Andrew Bynum coming through. Cook has the stroke, has the range. Don't leave the shooter. 6'5", 210-pounder out of Ohio State, and that's all he's going to do is space. It's off Fish. No, Quinn. And it looked like it may have gone off the back of Fish's foot. Lakers will keep it 18 on the shot clock.
That 11-point lead cut by 3. That's what that 3-point shot can do for you. It can get you back in a game in a hurry.
Toronto Raptors got back in it today the same way. Andrew Bynum, a line drive. How about the back? Radmanovich. Fish gave it away, though. He gave it to Drew for some reason. And Quinn gets points off a turnover. Normally you don't see that from Derek. And I bring that up because he makes the good decisions. Pau Gasol right in the middle of the paint. And Radmanovich going back up. No. Bigger guy. It's blocked away, but a foul. Couple of free throws coming up for Andrew Bynum. The Lakers only by 6, though, for 5 unanswered by Miami. And again, points off a turnover.
Gifts off the turnovers, really, or turnovers or gifts for the Heat. Derek, why would that's one of those situations where why are you giving it to a big 18 feet on the move? And Derek says to himself, I wonder that same thing. So Andrew, recipient of the foul after that, knocks down yet another free throw. 6 out of 6 from the line for Andrew. He's having possibly one of his better games of his career. And I say that because you don't always have to score to have a great game. I mean, you can do other things, your defense, your block shots, your rebounding.
1 of 2 for Bynum. 7-point Laker lead. 63-56. A lot of motion by Miami now. Shot clock coming down, though, on Daquan Cook. He's going up over Radmanovich. They have a long rebound. Picked up by Kobe. Kept it away from McGlure. Kobe bodying up Wade. He wants to fall away. And it'll be Marion keeping it away from Pau Gasol. So what a matchup. Kobe and Dwayne Wade. Kobe didn't look for his offense at all in the first half. Took only 3 shots. Quinn showing a little mid-range action. They're a long-range threat. So good job by Quinn off the bench. He's got 9 points in 14 minutes to go along with 3 assists. Andrew Bynum, middle of the paint, good place to be. Pau Gasol.
Turned his ankle.
Yeah, he came down awkwardly.
Yeah, Andrew tweaked that right ankle a little bit. You can see he's up and running pretty well, but a little grimace on the face.
Marion, somebody's got to account for him on the opposite side of the floor. Quinn instead. Man, it'll be Derek Fisher drawing the loose ball foul on Jamal Magloire, believe it or not. He tied him up real completely, didn't he? That's the 4th on Magloire. Magloire's going, wait a minute. He's going to lock me.
One thing about bigs, they just, for whatever the reason, they just don't like it when smaller players either set a screen on them or try to box them out. It's like, come on, get out of my territory here. Derek says, come on. You know I'm not giving up an inch.
So now Magloire over to the bench.
Now they are really small. They bring Haslam back. Go inside to Andrew Bynum.
Andrew. Or what about Pau Gasol against Sean Marion? Either way, Wade going for the steal. Kobe leaving it off for Andrew Bynum. It'll be kept alive. Gasol and Bynum. Those two play volleyball. And Marion with the foul. The length, the great equalizer.
That's what happens when you go small. You're going to give up opportunities on the glass a lot of times, as the Lakers basically played volleyball. Just tap, just keep tapping it, and finally the foul. So Andrew back to the charity stripe where he just made 1 of 2. Messed up his perfect night from the free throw line. He also is now not perfect from the field as he's missed his last couple of shots.
And Drew, one of the big reasons we just mentioned that the Lakers are in this position because it's a combined 3 for 18 thus far for Kobe and Pau Gasol, the 1-2 punch.
And you're not going to see that happen very often.
No, and Andrew, after hitting his first 5 free throws, is now 6 for 8.
You know, the Lakers have gotten to the Heat have only attempted 3, all by Dwayne Wade. 2 out of 3 by the Heat. Well, the Lakers are now 13 out of 18, make it 14 out of 19. So if you're getting that many opportunities, make the most of it.
And the Lakers also a plus 14 on the glass, which they should be. 38-24 quick double. And alert play by Quinn to get it away. 64-58, Lakers by a half dozen, trying to go 30-6. Only 5 away from the halfway point of the season. Marion, it'll be the soft touch crawling home for him. Quick release. 64-60. Another assist for Quinn.
Well, they led by 11 just a couple of minutes ago, didn't they?
Yeah, it was first half too, wasn't it? 8 twice. Plenty of time on the shot clock as Andrew Bynum helps him out. Now Kobe on the dive, got away, and goes to the line. Bump from behind by Wade.
That was some catch and some look by Andrew. Man, I guess it helps to be 7-1 so you can see over the defense. I mean, he was out on the perimeter, but made a good play as he looks up and says, I see you, Kobe. And the catch, the shot, the foul, 3-point opportunity coming to Kobe Bryant. Looking for his 8th point.
So the Lakers with a 3-point play. Lead it by 7 at 67-60. Kobe's going to watch out for the Marion pick. So Wade's got 2 fouls just like Kobe now. Spacing for the shooters. And what a block by Monovich. Good close without contact.
Well, again, great job of closing with your hands up and making a play. Reminiscent of what we see a lot of Trevor Ariza do. This time it's Radmanovich. Nice job, because that was an open look.
13-6 with the block for Vlade in 23 minutes. And the long rebound went over Andrew Bynum. Cook's got the range. Maybe a little bit too much that time. It was a deep 3. Kobe answering. Yes! 10-point Laker lead. Timeout Miami, 70-60. The guys just warming up.
Well, every once in a while, this team puts on a little bit of defense. They really challenge people. They take them out of their comfort zone, off the spot that they like, and that creates a lot of opportunities for you offensively as well. 3:51 still to play here in the third, so the Lakers have a long time left to play. For his shot, he's trying to concentrate on defense on Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade hasn't scored yet in the second half, so Lakers getting it done in that department. Now Kobe up to 11 points of his own after that three-pointer.
And Dwayne Wade has missed his last 4 attempts after a real clean start at the offensive end.
The very, very talented offensive players, they're not worried about how many they've missed. They're going to really keep trying to take the lid off the hoop.
And he took over in the second half at Sacramento. It's off Radmanovic's foot. Now, shot clock considerations. And I bring that up because look at the distance they have to cover with 6 left.
Well, again, as long as you don't have Wade touching the ball on the inbounds pass, you got a chance. Make Quinn go away from the hoop, which Derek does.
Now Quinn.
Stop the dribbler.
Yep, they did. It'll be Sean Marion, though, and Pau Gasol. So a real low percentage play for Miami with so little time on the shot clock. And Kobe had to go off the back of his foot. Wade touched it, though.
Yeah, it's nice to see two superstars get after one another.
Rarely do they guard each other anymore in this day and age. Kobe after the double finds Fish. The triple. Yes! Again, Derek follows Kobe's 3. 73-60.
Well, 7th assist for Kobe to go along with 7 assists for Derek. And they both have 11 points, so they're kind of mirroring one another in the backcourt.
It's already 21 assists for the Lakers on 26 buckets. Cook protects it, doesn't get the finish, though. And a reach on Radmanovic. Haslam drawing the foul. Lakers aren't out of foul zone. It'll come in on the side.
Nice little spurt here to crowd into the game. 2:43 left. Lakers by 13. When we come back, Patrick O'Neal will have a nice chat with that man, Lamar L.O. Odom.
You could play through pain, and you want to just make sure the swelling is there and get out and practice before they clear you.
Yeah, I just want to go over practice and, take it through a good practice session and work hard and hopefully get back on the court. Hopefully I can come back on this Texas trip.
It's hard to watch, I know, but as far as the way the team is going, as Dwayne Wade just gets an and one, they're playing pretty good, your team, without you guys.
Yeah, I mean, this team is deep. That's the strength of our team is our depth. And if 1 or 2 guys go down, other guys can step up. That's the strength to our team, and that's why we're so lucky to be on a team like this.
Last year, your New York Giants win the Super Bowl, and today the Eagles, Kobe's team, takes care of the Giants. Did you talk to Mr. Bryant?
Not yet.
You avoiding him?
Yeah, I avoided him a little bit. But they still got 2 more games to go. But the Eagles deserve it. I wish them luck.
Lamar, best of luck to you as well.
No problem.
Guys, back to you.
Radmanovic gives it away. Ben, another 3-point opportunity for Miami. This team cannot stand prosperity. They go up by 13. Wade gets to the rack. He's fouled by Gasol.
Well,
and now on a poor pass, it's taken away.
You just don't want Radmanovic setting up your offense. Radmanovic was at the top trying to make a play, trying to make the pass to Powell, and he's out of position doing that. I don't know where the other guards were. Where was Sasha? Where was Kobe on that? I know where Kobe was. Kobe goes down the floor to try to take a breather so he doesn't have to expend energy bringing it up the court.
Kobe matching up with Wade once again. 2:05 to play in the third. He's thinking about the 3. And throws it away. He wanted to get it to Josh Powell, and Josh Powell looked at it like it must be for somebody behind me. So the Lakers now with 2 turnovers in a row. And then a breakdown defensively as Wade got in the hole.
It was 13 points at the timeout, and the timeout was seemingly 20 seconds ago, and now they've got a chance to cut it down to 6.
Wade hit by Kobe. He tried to fling it up there. Didn't make any difference anyway. The Lakers and Miami out of fouls, so Kobe gets his 3rd. And Dwayne Wade headed to the free throw line. So Dwayne Wade, 3 of 4 at the stripe. As a team, they only have 1 other attempt, and that was Haslam, who just went there and missed that 3-point opportunity. So let's see what happens over the final minute 48. The Lakers did not close the first half all that well. Miami got back into it, and in fact had a 3-point lead before the Lakers got the last points of the half. As Wade gets the first of 2. So it's back to 7 at 73-66.
Coming in also is Beasley. He picked up those early fouls. He was hot early, but he picked up early fouls. So he only played 8 minutes in the first half. Picked up 3 fouls. So he comes in for Sean Marion. And if he's going to guard, he'll be on Josh Powell probably.
Game 3 of a 7-game road trip for Miami, and this ties the franchise record for the longest road trip in team history at 7. They go to Minneapolis from here, a day off tomorrow, the Twin Cities. After splitting the first 2, losing in Denver, winning in Sacramento. So the Lakers only up by a half dozen, 73-67. Josh Powell on the curl. Got a good face-up look for him, but again, nothing doing for the Lakers at the offensive end. Wade on the pick by Haslam, denied by Powell. Good job by Josh. Just choke off the paint. Difficult shot. Man, was that off balance? Powell gives it to Radmanovic.
Well, one big, giving it to another big.
Kobe back door. Powell finds him, slams her home. Back to 8. Great communication between those two.
Well, good read. Very good read. Less than a minute to play. Kobe's he's got 3 fouls. He's got to be careful. You know how he accepts the challenge. He's not going to give up anything.
Beasley inside of 10 on the shot clock. And they're going to call Sasha for the reach. Couple of free throws coming up. Don't reach, especially when he's going to his weak side and Powell's got him.
Well, that's got to be continuation. Only be one free throw. I mean,
he's not making a difference anyway. Oh, yeah.
Well, it makes a big difference. He made the shot.
Yeah, went down. So he gets a 3-point opportunity.
Nice lob by Powell a second ago as the Lakers get a deuce and now give up a 3-point opportunity on the reach by Sasha.
Yakuba Diawara, who played his college ball here in Southern California at Pepperdine, checks in for the first time. And Beasley, one thing he can do is shoot and score, and we saw him create right there. So he gets a 3-point play. 75-70 from 13 down to 5.
Basketball is a game of runs. We've seen it again tonight.
Kobe over Diawara. Right back to Quinn. So Kobe, after the miss, now 4 of 10. 4 of the 5 starters for the Lakers in double figures. Go figure. The only one who isn't, Pau Gasol. Shot clock coming down on Quinn. Good look. Boy, what a night for Quinn. 12 points off the bench in 20 minutes of play for Chris Quinn.
Only 5 seconds. Lakers have to go to work now.
They came out to double Kobe. Instead, he'll take him in a finger roll right to the hole.
I don't understand.
How easy was that?
Yeah, that's the easiest one he's had tonight. How can you take the ball out of his hands for so long, and then at the clock winding down to end a quarter, you give him basically an uncontested layup? I'm sure the coaching staff from Miami are wondering the same thing. Well, we're heading into the 4th, and the Lakers have a 4-point advantage. Who will have the longest and the biggest spurt in the 4th?
Well, they can help themselves because Atlanta lost big today at home to Philadelphia in a day game. So Miami at 19-16. Orlando, though, dominating in the Southeast Division. 9 games up on Miami at 29-8, going into their matchup with San Antonio. Trevor Ariza out there along with Derek Fisher. Real good look for Fish, but comes up short. Again, as for a better one, it'll be Quinn, Haslam, Cook, along with Diawara and Beasley. Beasley and Cook the shooters, as well as Quinn. And Quinn's been hot. Beasley, though, makes it a 2-point game.
You got to. I would make Beasley be a playmaker because I want to see how good he is at creating a shot for somebody else. In other words, I'd crowd him so much he'd have to create.
Quick catch and shoot. It stays down for Sasha before Cook could close. 80-75. Lakers by 5, and Sasha has 5.
That's Sasha's game there, boy. Catch and shoot. See, look at how he's reading, creating for himself.
Man, got a layup out of it.
Yeah. And going to his dominant hand.
So down to a 3-point Laker lead, 80-77, as Beasley's into double figures now. He's got 11 off the bench. Trevor Ariza on the run out. They call the walk.
That's 3 traveling violations against Trevor in this game.
For the Lakers,
all 3 of his turnovers.
They've got 14 turnovers. And half that for the Miami Heat, just 7. So while Wade is out of the lineup, Miami tries to get even closer. And it's taken away. Where you wanted him, and on the weak side, you wanted him. Sasha on the run out, the mid-range game. Good move again. Twice tonight he has done that.
He's getting more and more comfortable with his ability to do that, and that's what it has to happen. You have to have success a few times, and then you'll remember it. It gets imprinted in your brain, and you say, this is what I need to do.
And look at Sasha on the sneak attack on Haslam, trying to get it up to Fish. It's going to be a loose ball foul on Quinn. What a back-to-back sequence for Sasha, offensively and defensively.
Well, if I'm Haslam, I'm yelling at my teammates right now. Nobody talked to him. No one said, look out from behind. And Sasha blindsided him and gets the foul. So that's a play where Haslam has a legitimate gripe with his teammates.
Sasha now 7 points, couple of assists, couple of boards, working against Daquan Cook. Leaving it off for Powell. Good move. A little pick. And the pop is not there. Beasley comes up with it. 82-77. Lakers by 5. Shooting 46% compared to 44% for Miami.
Let me ask you this. Why aren't the Lakers going inside to Andrew? Look who's guarding him.
Long rebound over to Sasha.
Just slow it down and go
to your
inside.
offense.
I mean, the guy's got 19 points on 6 out of 9 from the field.
And he's got Haslam on his back.
Exactly.
Finally. But it's not a deep touch.
That's the other thing. You want him to touch it on the box.
On the spin, Andrew Bynum. Soft touch, going to the line, using the left hand effectively.
Now, see, I said getting on the box, but he showed there that with single coverage, he's got the footwork to make things happen for himself. He takes Haslam, faces him up, and then just a little fake to the baseline, come to the middle, drop step a little bit, left hand, and one. That's just a very nice play by Andrew Bynum.
And a three-point play at that. So Andrew Bynum forces a timeout from Miami, and Drew leads the world tonight, at least in this building, with 22 points.
And having a nice game. So that's why you want to keep going to him. Get his confidence going to a point where not only will he feel good about himself, you feel good about him as well.
Right after Lakers Live. Don't miss it. 9:34 to play, and let's see if the Lakers, now that Wade is back out, Kobe is still on the bench for the Lakers.
But offensively for the Lakers, they should still look to go inside because during the break at the timeout, they didn't put another big body in to guard Andrew. Oh, it's going up.
On the switch, Andrew's length changed that too.
See, he's running the floor. Now he should run down and develop a good position.
He's fronted by Beasley.
Just throw the ball, swing the ball to the other side.
Josh Powell instead. Andrew Bynum trying to, but he was kept away by Diawara. So he never got a touch. Quinn 3 for 3. And Andrew Bynum got it away from Haslam. Now Fish in the open floor. And Wait. Sasha with Bynum on that side of the floor. Go to the big guy.
Ooh, the big
man. He was wow.
How did you miss that big fella?
How wide open was he? Knocked away from Sasha. 7 on the shot clock, and now Andrew Bynum still hasn't had a touch. Feel your pain. 8:39, yeah, I do.
No,
especially when you're that wide open and the ball's on your side of the floor.
I mean, this game is not that complicated. You know, you just find things that are working for you, and you go to them, and you go until they make the adjustment, until they stop it. You go there.
Now Fish, Quinn on his hip, off the glass. Powell keeps it alive. Wade's got the ball though. So back to back, the Lakers did not exploit that situation. Wade going to the line, looking for the three-point play on the brush. Boy, he can create, can't he? Sensational players. Kobe can only look on. 85-79.
Well, you've given him a high screen, and he's going to get into the paint. And once he's there, I mean, he's really a very difficult guy to handle. That time, fading away from Andrew, kisses it off the glass for a three-point play.
He's hit half his shots tonight. 5 of 6 at the free throw line. 22 to tie game honors with Andrew Bynum. Now he's got it at 23. And quickly down to 5, 85-80. He just hanging around on the road, and that's all you want to do as a road team.
And as you mentioned in his last game, he loves the fourth quarters also. He really likes to take over offensively in the fourth.
Finally, Andrew Bynum trying to share it with Powell. Powell had it knocked away. Drew, you got to hold it up, and he will. Backing down Haslam, has to go up and will on the little fall away. Ariza tried to get it. Beasley's got it though. Dwayne Wade, difficult shot on a lean on the line. 85-82. 25 for Wade. Sasha, quick catch and shoot. The machine. He's 4 of 5 with 10. He's come up big off the bench to say the least.
Yeah, he's played a decent game again tonight.
88-82. Lakers still up by 6. And Kobe next whistle back into the game.
There's the high screen. There's Wade doing his thing.
And he got the roll over Andrew Bynum. Back to 4, 88-84. So how many other tough guys are going to touch the basketball besides Dwayne Wade?
Going here in the fourth, not very many.
Andrew Bynum and the pass as he was held down.
Well, when the big is setting the screen that high on the floor, if I'm guarding the screener, I'm not even close to him. I'm waiting for Wade at another spot. Wade gets the screen, gets into the paint, gets the roll, gets the hoop. Runs his point total now to 27 with 7:11 left to play, and the Lakers lead down to 4.
Kobe has checked into the game for the final 7-11. So 14 on the shot clock. After the foul on Haslam. Kobe of a Marion. And kicks out to Haslam. So the Lakers just shooting 45%. Same now for Miami as they're up to 45%. Wade again, and that was going to be short. Haslam, though, right back at Andrew Bynum as he glasses it home.
What a shot.
You said it, with the left hand on his way as he was getting cracked.
What a shot. That is really keeping your eye on the prize and using your offhand. Offensive rebound to Haslam. He says, contact is coming. Let me throw this up off the glass with my left. What a play. Everybody liked it from Miami. Dwayne Wade especially, thinking we're within 1 with the free throw here.
So Haslam, with only his second basket of the game, gets the free throw. He's got 5 points, 7 boards in 26 minutes of play. 10-2 spurt for Miami, and it only took 90 seconds. 88-87 Lakers. Now, will they get swept by these teams? Kobe on a step back of a Marion, coming up short again. So Kobe, after 2 misses, is now 5 of 13. An opportunity for the Heat to get their second lead of the game. Andrew changed it. Sasha's got it. Wade recovers. Now let's see if they get the big guys involved with the size advantage the Lakers have. Kobe held by Wade. That's his third. And for Miami, it's their 14th foul. They're out of fouls, so the Lakers shoot for the final 6:15.
Now it's even more imperative to get the ball on the inside. You get the foul situations. Either that or get something going toward the hoop. No, abandon the perimeter game unless you're absolutely free.
Andrew Bynum fronted by Haslam. Kobe wants to go back that way. He should. And he lost the basketball. He had Beasley on his back. If he hangs on to it, huge mismatch. Quinn will save it on the sideline. Miami looking for the lead. They only had it once. And slipping off the screen, it'll be Haslam shooting 2. And not a bad foul by Gasol.
Nice read again by Haslam. He says, oh, so they backed off there, so I'll just cut to the rim myself. A little slip screen, get the return pass, and get 2 free throws. The Heat down 1. Lakers know what they need to do in the final 5+ minutes. They're going to have to corral number 3 from Miami. If they don't, they could lose to the Heat for the second time this season.
A team that comes in 19-16, just 3 over the 500 mark. And with the injuries to the Lakers, it has changed the rotation considerably. It's also the roles in the bench scoring. And Miami has only 2 starters in double figures, but they have 3 off the bench. In double digits.
No, we talked about assists tonight. Derek Fisher with a new season high with 10 assists. His career high is only 13. And with 5:48 to play, has a shot.
It's all even at 88. And Udonis Haslam will keep it there with a miss on the second. So now let's see what the Lakers do. 5:45 to play in regulation.
Don't say it like that.
Miami coming off an overtime win. Gasol and foul walk by Beasley as he was on his way up. He walked into it.
Boy,
Couple of free throws coming up.
Dwayne Wade was coming from the blind side. If the foul had to have been called, it would have been interesting to see if Dwayne would have spiked that one into the 10th, 11th row.
Right now it's 41-20 in bench scoring. Sasha the only one in double figures for the Lakers off the bench. He's got 10. That kind of night for Pau Gasol. He's going to be checking in. So the starting lineup intact now as Sasha sits down. And Vlade back in with 13 and 6 in 27 minutes so far on a real clean 5 of 8 shooting. But they've got Cook at 14, Beasley at 11, and 12 for Chris Quinn. 1 point Laker lead as Pau Gasol is now 4 of 6 at the stripe. Pau's got 14 boards to go along with 8 points. So as much as he struggles from the outside back door, Beasley. Lakers didn't get back in transition, didn't read the situation at all.
Well, again, when you extend your defense like that, you're opening up the door for those kind of plays.
Turnover, wrong time. Haslam on the trail, and he picked up his pivot foot. It's a walk on Beasley. So a real break for the Lakers. After their own turnover, they're 16th of the game.
Extend the defense, and Dwayne Wade says, great, I can get a running start, find one of my teammates, and throw it up, he'll throw it down.
13 points now for Michael Beasley. Second overall selection out of Kansas State. Kobe going up against the guy he's seen a few times, Sean Marion, the former Phoenix Sun. Wanted to go over the top. Beasley fronting the play. Radmanovic, rainbow in the middle of the paint. Gasol keeping it alive. It'll pay off twice. How big has he been on the offensive glass? That's 2 there. Pau Gasol at least has 8 offensive rebounds and 16 overall in the game.
Again, you've got that size. That's where you're going to have a big advantage.
Beasley altering his shot, and Andrew Bynum ripping it away. Will it be a jump ball? Yes.
Kind of quick jump ball for the NBA.
The Lakers by a point. Drew going up against Beasley with 4:38 to play.
Good challenge on Beasley. Andrew gets it, and all of a sudden a jump ball, and let's see what the Lakers do. Now, even though you think you're going to get the tap, you have to line up in a defensive jump ball because it's on their offensive end. So between Kobe and Pau is where the ball should be tapped if he can tap it there.
Exactly behind him to Pau Gasol. So from one big to the other. Now, real critical possessions coming up for the Lakers. Can't afford any more turnovers. Radmanovic, the rainbow. It lands 94-90. Roddy's been on since the beginning tonight. 16 for Radmanovic.
And the extra pass, because if they're going to take the ball out of Kobe's hands at the top, he gets rid of it. Going to be free people.
Dwayne Wade, too strong. Pau Gasol, loose ball foul, free throws Gasol. It's Haslam on his back. So that's 17 boards for Gasol.
You know, when your offense is struggling, that's why there's other areas where you can make it happen. Radmanovic's offense isn't struggling. His shot has been pretty nice tonight, shooting 60% from the field, 6 out of 10, including that three-pointer that gave the Lakers a 4-point advantage. Now Powell back to the charity stripe to see what he can do about increasing that.
You know, I used to think that Jermaine Jones get the role he will. I used to think Jermaine Jones sent a balloon up in the air. It was so big, that arc.
Well,
but in comparison, it looks like a frozen rope with some of what we've seen from Vlade.
He's got some competition, yeah, but Rads is up there. Rads is up there. Not something you like to teach. Not that high of an arc.
Clutch free throws by Gasol. The Powell up to 12. 17 huge rebounds. 4:05 to play. Can they continue to get stops? Recovery on Marion.
He is keeping it on the side of the floor away from Dwayne Wade.
Beasley over Bynum. Michael Beasley.
And away from him.
He's got a pretty stroke, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's got 15 points and 0, count them, 0 assists. If he's not a playmaker, make him make a play.
I got a feeling that's going to be kind of a theme in his career. Not 0, but not many assists. They're sharing the basketball. Fish getting to the cup with a right hand.
Are you
sighting. A rare right-handed sighting.
Wow, I've never seen Fish shoot the little running right-hand hook.
98-92. Lakers by a half dozen. Fish up to 13. as the Big 12 Player of the Year last season. And the foul is going to be called. Beasley goes to the line.
Again, he's not going to give it up much. Seriously, so if you get in a position where you can get that second defender, he'll either run you over or create a situation where he takes a very difficult field goal attempt.
Michael Beasley, just a couple of days ago, a young man from the D.C. area, turned 20. By the way, that Celtics-Raptors game, Celtics had with about 2 minutes to play, they had a 12-point lead. It was down to 5, and the Raptors had the basketball as Beasley has it go real hot and run around and out on him. Magic win at San Antonio, and that was really tight down the stretch. So the Orlando Magic now 30-8 with the victory.
First team lead 30? Are they?
Yep. Yep. Cleveland did not play, and they're 29-8. Lakers trying to become the second at 30.
And what is Boston?
Boston got to 30.
Oh, yeah, they got their 30th today. Yeah.
30-9 now for the Celtics. Beasley gets 1 of 2. Lakers by 5. No time to relax. Saul and Bynum, when they get it to the post. Size advantage is still there. They get the touches to the big guys. Gasol setting up against Beasley. Spinning to the baseline. Soft touch. Pau Gasol jump hook. Lakers by 7. Big man coming through late.
They're finally recognizing that that's the highest percentage shot. When you've got 2 7-footers against guys that are shorter than they are, make them work.
Gasol goes for the steal. Bynum comes out, tries to help.
You can't go for the steal there.
That far from the basket. Beasley now up to 18.
Well, especially against a guy that's, shooting the basketball like he is and frees him up to take the shot.
He averages 13 a game. He's now 8 of 14 for the field. Fish popping up the triple. Too strong, and Marion lost it. There was some pressure from Gasol. He just was right around the neighborhood with Beasley, and it was enough.
Well, we've got a timeout. 2 minutes and 19 left. The Lakers have a 5-point advantage, and Derek, a little smile. You should smile after showing me that right-hand hook. Running across the lane. Throw it up, Fish. Well, maybe not a hook. Maybe more of just a running right-hand layup. But I'll take it. Kobe, 5 out of 13. Powell, 4 out of 15. That's why it's a team game. Everybody pick up for the others. As Radmanovich making his way back onto the floor for the final, 2:19.
Yeah, and it's good to see him out there after the way the game started Friday night. Remember when he got backdoored twice and he lost his man and he was gone? Bill got real upset with him. He was gone 4 minutes into the game. It's a confidence builder for Vlade to be on the floor in crunch time.
Phil should have been mad at a lot of people then because a lot of guys got backdoored in that game. But you're right. He got backdoored and Phil wasn't very happy.
Now, bring it back out with a shot clock, and Kobe recognizes that. Fresh shot clock. Andrew Bynum up against Beasley. And boy, did that look like it was tipped by Wade on the way down.
Did touch it.
On the way down.
That's goaltending.
Yeah, it was definitely on the way down, and they didn't see it.
No, they said it was on the way up.
Ooh, man. Wade now, the mid-range game. Rebound, Pau Gasol. His down to the rim. It hasn't been his night offensively, has it? But how about 18 huge rebounds?
Yeah, a score here puts the Heat in a position to really up their offensive tempo.
I got a feeling we're going to see that play again. Fish. Ordeal. Can't seal it there. Minute 35 to play. It's batted out. Dwayne Wade's got it.
Well, I'm going to say it, but I know they won't do it. Protect the threes. No 3-point plays. Well, there's 3 for Beasley.
And he's got it. Late run out. Down to a 2-point game. What a breakdown.
Yeah, again.
198 Lakers by 2.
You miss a 3, they make a 3. You've got another ball game on your hands.
Kobe with Marion. Telling Powell he didn't need the pick. Got Marion out of position, will it? No. Couple of free throws.
Sean Marion mad at himself. He says, I've seen him do that to me so many times, and I still fight. That last basket, though, or lack thereof, shot by Andrew, Dwayne Wade coming from the weak side. To me, that's goaltending.
That's all the way down. And especially when you got a guy that's 7'1", and he's almost shooting down on it to begin with.
The official gave the indication that the ball was still on its upward flight. Okay. They don't have the benefit of instant replay.
68 seconds to play. Kobe has not been there much tonight, but he's 4 of 4 at the free throw line. 16 points for Kobe to go along with 7 assists. 3-point game. Now going to make it a 2-possession game.
This Laker group does not want anybody to go home early. They keep you in your seats till the final horn.
And it was that way, 121-119 on Friday night. They're even now in games that are decided by 3 or less. They lost by 2 to Miami, don't forget, on December 19th. Wade bringing up Beasley. Beasley has had the stroke all night. Real soft touch for Michael Beasley. 23 on 10 of 16, back to 2. Final 50 seconds.
That's what he can do. He's the score. This is the trip, though.
Yeah, and it's not Marion anymore. As they take it out of Kobe's hands and seal it away. It's Haslam. It's all even. Turnovers have killed the Lakers all night long, and they get to him here. 38.6 to play.
Well, now they get the last shot, so this trip down is critical for the Lakers because Miami will get the last shot.
They spread the floor for Kobe. No pick coming. Going by Dwayne Wade, the floater. Yes!
Andrew
Bynum on the follow, but still only a 2-point lead for the Lakers.
That's what happens with dribble penetration. I said it earlier. I've said it many times. The bigs have to come into play when you have someone dribbling to the paint, and that frees up your big for the offensive rebound. But turnovers have been the key. Kobe turns it over at midcourt. They go down. They get the score that tied it. And now Andrew puts the Lakers up by 2. Can they get one defensive stop? Woo! Come back and I will let you know.
And at what point do you take the shot?
Again, my feelings have always been on that. You get the best shot available. If it happens to be a 3, you do it. But you don't come out wanting and only want to get a 3 with a 2-point game. Tie the thing up and put yourself in the extra session.
Lakers extending the defense with 18 and a half seconds to play.
Well, that's all right if you make everybody come to the basketball, but don't let them go away from it.
So Dwayne Wade, will anybody else touch it?
No. Well, if they do, it's only for the shot.
Wade trying to get to the hole, lost it, but it went to Quinn for the lead. Across to Radmanovich. Foul, Lakers shoot. What a break.
I don't understand it. Honestly.
How could he be that wide open?
I just don't understand it. I mean, that guy could have read a newspaper before he shot it. He had that much time. Wide open from 3-point land. The short 3 at that. And he had been knocking down shots in this game. Ball tipped away by Kobe. And all of a sudden, Quinn says, well, got a little excited on that shot.
All right, Kobe's cut. So an official's timeout is head athletic trainer Gary Vitti will tend to Kobe. Free throws coming up for Vladimir Radmanovich, who has not been to the stripe so far tonight.
I've heard of using your head, but both Dwayne Wade and Kobe took it to extremes as they actually bumped heads. And Kobe came away with a cut.
Dwayne Wade not needing medical attention right now, but Kobe is looks like the forehead area.
Well, it's right over the eye. I mean, right to the right side of the, right under the eyebrow line.
Well, Gary's a good cut man in the corner.
He better be.
So free throws coming up, and boy, a premium as the Lakers take a 20 on the 2 by Radmanovich to go up by more than 3.
Can make 2 free throws. Lakers will be in very, very good shape.
And Radmanovich has not taken many free throws to begin with this year. He is 20 of 24, 83%. One of his best games offensively, though, this year.
Kobe walking with his head back, trying to keep the blood out of his eye. You can see where the cut is as he goes over to Dwayne and says, Dwayne, your head's harder than mine.
First by Vladdy. Gets the roll. Brother, you believe these guys?
Told you, they just like to test what kind of
life
heart you have.
Yeah, life expectancy. 105-102. Teammates for gold medal summer. Kobe and Wade. All right, Vladdy on target. They'll advance with the Miami Heat call a timeout. 6.6 to play. No fouls. 106-102 Lakers.
We couldn't be lucky enough not to see a 4-point play, could we?
Don't get crazy on me.
Okay. Point lead. Now you just play clean. No silly fouls. Actually, no fouls. You make them work really hard. Obviously, you don't give up the 3, but you don't foul anybody attacking the rim. Don't foul anybody on a jump shot.
Or beyond the arc.
Well,
in particular.
Yeah, especially beyond the arc. That's number one on your list of things not to do. Don't foul behind the arc.
They bring Daquan Cook in, an extra shooter. A wise decision.
But you run them off the three. You make